Hello there, my name is Pavos Termo, and now we'll unveil the top news of recent days. 15 regions were affected today as the result of the massive Russian attack. The enemy used various types of weapons: UAVs, cruise missiles, Dagger ballistic missiles. There are wounded and dead. Sincere condolences to families and friends. The energy infrastructure has once again become the target of Russian terrorists. Unfortunately, there is damage in a number of regions. Ukrenergo is forced to apply emergency power cuts to stabilize the system. In order to stop the barbaric shelling of Ukrainian cities, it is necessary to destroy the place from which the Russian missiles are launched. For this, Ukraine needs long-range weapons and the permission of its partner states to hit Russian objects with them. We count on the support of the allies and will definitely make Russia pay for their attacks.
І дуже важливо, щоб наші
It is crucial that our partners implement everything we have agreed with them: air defense system, missiles for them, and also we must finally come to a collective shooting down of Russian missiles and drones. Today, the targeted objects in the Volyn, Lviv and Ivano-Frankivsk regions, the Vinnytsia and Khmelnytsky regions, and our Ternopil region. In our various regions of Ukraine, we could do much more to protect lives if the aviation of the European neighbors worked alongside our F-16s and alongside our air defense. If such unity has worked so obviously well in the Middle East, it should work in Europe as well. Life has the same value everywhere.
It seems that the goal of the Russians was the number of hits, not their accuracy. Here, for example, is a tear after a rocket hit the middle of the field. And this is an attack on a well-known submarine of Ukraine, or perhaps the headquarters of NATO. Perhaps the Russians wanted to destroy the dam of the Kiev reservoir, but they have not succeeded. Because in order to repeat what they did in Kakhovka, it was necessary to lay explosives in the foundation of the dam, and only the Russians had such an opportunity, because they control the Kakhovka dam right now. However, in reality, the Russians managed to target several infrastructure facilities. There is damage to infrastructure facilities in Kiev region. One is wounded. Private houses were damaged in 4 districts. There were interruptions with electricity and water. Gradually, everything is renewed. In Rivne, an object of the energy infrastructure was damaged. There was no electricity supply. In the Lviv region, the enemy attacked energy facilities. There were power outages. 2 high-rise buildings were damaged in Lutsk. There is an infrastructure facility in Koval hit. Power outages, 3 injured in Mykolaiv region. In the Zaporizhia region, there was a hit on the energy infrastructure object, and the fire started there. A man died in the Dnipro district. A dozen houses were damaged. 2 destroyed. Sumshina, numerous energy facilities were destroyed. The explosions were had in Khmelnytsky, in Ternopil, and in Ivano-Frankivsk regions. Air defense was working there. In Poltava region, the enemy targeted an industrial facility. 5 people were injured. Russia calls it retaliatory strikes. Do you not remember what they called the strikes on Ukrainian houses on February 24th, 2022? And no one remembers because any words about retribution are Russian propaganda to justify their aggression and crimes. Lukashenka ordered to deploy troops to the border. As stated in the Ukrainian State Border Service of Ukraine, Minsk is escalating the situation in the way. Currently, Ukrainian border guards do not record an increase in equipment or personnel on the territory of neighboring Belarus. According to him, the situation along the border with the Russian Federation remains unchanged. There is no transfer of equipment and personnel from the units of the Belarusian army. However, this direction remains threatening.
Belarusian officials not to make tragic mistakes for their country under Moscow's pressure, and we urge its armed forces to cease unfriendly actions and withdraw forces away from Ukraine's state border to a distance greater than the fire range of Belarus systems. Statement by Ukraine's Ministry of Foreign Affairs on the Republic of Belarus unfriendly actions.
A representative of the State Border Service says that Minsk continues to escalate the situation. In particular, for this purpose, the movement of various equipment deep into the territory of Belarus can be carried out. It should be understood that most likely Russia continues to put pressure on Belarus to try to destabilize the situation on the border, or perhaps to join this war more fully. By the way, the Belarusians always begin to bring equipment to the border when the Russians have problems at the front. This was the case during the liberation of part of the Kherson region, the counteroffensive in 2023, and this is what is happening now, when the Russian front in the Kursk region collapsed. And no, we do not treat this lightly. We have already seen convoys of military equipment from Belarusian territory in February 2022. Ukrainian troops are ready for such a development even now. Europe gas storage hits 90% market with prices near 2-week low. Storage sites reached key level ahead of deadline. Europe's natural gas reserves are almost full, helping to cap a recent price rally driven by concerns over supply risks. The continent's shortage levels reached 90% of their capacity, according to the latest data from industry group Gas Infrastructure Europe. That's more than 2 months ahead of the European Union's November 1st goal of reaching that level. Benchmark has futures, however, near a 2-week low early Wednesday after losing 4.7% a day before, the most since June. The market has proven sensitive to supply disruptions this summer, with concerns over remaining flows from Russia sparkling a rally earlier this month. For now, ample inventories are helping to offset supply risks. Storage sites are slightly less full than they were at this time last year, with injections having slowed down over the summer, but still well above their 5-year average. The continent continues to face risks related to sudden interruptions, though. European countries are still debating how they might replace Russian pipeline flows once a transit agreement between Moscow and Kyiv expires at the end of this year. Europe's top gas provider, Norway, is also heading into a period of heavy maintenance that's keeping traders on high alert. Well, what can I say? The Russians' plan to freeze Europe again didn't work. Again. That concludes our today's video. Thank you for watching. Stay updated, comment, like and subscribe to our UATV English channel for more news from Ukraine. Because it is your support that really matters for us. Goodbye.